Hello, everybody. This is part 2 of my series on what's the impact of being featured on the homepage of Twitch. And a couple days have gone by, and now all the data has been collected by Twitch. And, well, you're looking at it right here. The total max concurrent viewers I was estimating was going to be much less than 1,000. But I ended up hitting a total peak of 3,800 total people watching my stream at the exact same time. So, how did it go? Well, this is what it actually looked like to have me be on the homepage of Twitch. I was in that #1 featured spot the entire time, which is kind of freaking crazy. Some of the things that I had talked about before, like managing the title and the teaser text and the thumbnail and all that, I had zero impact on that. You can see it just says Dragon Age Inquisition, so EA had control over what the thumbnail was right there. Let's go back to the stats, though, because I'm sure that's what you guys are actually more interested in. So in the hour before I was featured on the homepage, I had a max concurrent of 476 viewers. So there's 476 people watching, and then so it added about, what would that be, 3,200 total? I wish I wasn't doing math on the fly. Close to 3,200 total people added because of being on the homepage. And then in the hour after streaming on the homepage, the max concurrent viewers then dropped down to 2,594. So I actually ended up getting featured in this top spot here for about 50 minutes. You can see in a little timestamp on the bottom. This is a recording. This is a video of that a contributor to the site helped make. I was first featured at about 2:05, and then I was actually featured until about 2:50, and then I was kicked off. So quite a bit longer than the 30 minutes that I initially thought I was going to be featured on the homepage. Let's take a look at some more stats. Total video plays. So this means number of times the video is loaded over the course of the selected time period. So this just means people that checked out the homepage and had that home Twitch video load. 60,000 people. So 60,000 people saw my stream, and at the most, only 3,827 actually stuck around to watch more of the stream. So this is how many people were actually exposed to my stream. Hours watched, not as high of a stat as I would have thought. So 2,600 total hours watched in that peak 1 hour bracket. But compared to my my other record-setting view count days, not nearly as big of a jump. So I think this is just, you can attribute this to the fact that there's a lot of people who only showed up for a couple seconds. I don't know what the threshold is for being counted as a minute watched or 5 minute watched or 5 minutes watched or something like that to actually be tallied on this thing, because there's 60,000 people watching, or 60,000 people saw it, but a huge amount of people probably just went to the homepage, then immediately went to a different stream or clicked off of Twitch or something like that. And for new followers, in that featured homepage hour, I had 151 new followers, and then 68 new followers in the hour after the homepage feature, which is not nearly as big of a jump as I would have thought. So on my other peak days when I was streaming Dragon Age before it actually launched, I was getting just under 100 followers per hour. And then to jump up to 151 followers when I was featured and had 3,800 people watching at the same time, only a 50% jump isn't very much. But certainly that kind of exposure is pretty awesome. So anyway, I guess, but the only other comment I have to make is that, let's take a look at this. So this is a screenshot of at the very beginning of my stream, of everybody else that was streaming Dragon Age Inquisition. And so I think it's important now to point out that guys like Carnage and Phil DeFranco always do a pretty freaking amazing job of pulling in tons of viewers. Like every time I've seen streaming Dragon Age since it's launched, he has been like the #1 stream with just a ton of viewers. And even at my peak, I didn't come close to toppling him. But one other thing, like, this is really kind of very speculative, but Swifter was also featured after my stream. And I think I did a very good job during my featured time, knowing that I was going to be featured on the homepage. I timed a very dramatic part of the game to be shown on the homepage, which I think helped retain viewers. So Swifter here, when I looked at his stream for just a couple seconds after I was done, it looked like he was doing just the beginning of the game, a very boring section of the game that all fans of Dragon Age have already probably seen. You know, the opening. I'm drawing a blank on the name. Not the Emerald Graves. Whatever the opening area of the game is called. Whereas I was fighting a giant dragon. I was doing like a huge boss fight, and I think that did a really good job of retaining viewers. And his numbers did not appear to be nearly as high as mine, because he was also part, like you can kind of tell there, he was also part of this EA Ronku promotional thing. So anyway, check out part 1 if you haven't seen it yet, and part 3 will be coming soon, kind of a summation of my thoughts. I need to put a little bit more time in writing into kind of my conclusion for this whole experiment. So anyway, hope you enjoyed seeing these stats. Thanks for watching, and game on.